everybody. Welcome to Flicker Effect Film Reviews. I'm David Lott. Joining me is Michelle Curry. How's it going?
Hello, everybody. Hi, David.
We are going to be reviewing Alien Covenant today. We're going to jump right into it, except first, I will mention that this is a non-spoiler review, so we won't be spoiling the movie if you haven't seen it. If you are interested, though, in hearing a more in-depth spoiler-filled discussion, if you have seen the film, make sure to check out our podcast, Flicker Effect, episode 216. We'll be talking about Alien Covenant in much more detail than this. But let's just jump right into it. Michelle, what'd you think? Well, first, I wanted to ask you for some perspective briefly before seeing this movie. Like, where do you stand with the Alien franchise? Are you a fan?
Yeah, I would say I'm a fan of it. I mean, not like an uber fan. There's definitely been a few of the films that I've missed. Usually more really the later ones, I would say, kind of, you know, Aliens versus Predator and a few
I don't count those.
Right. I was gonna say, but I don't think anybody really counts those. No, I really love the first one, and I love Aliens as well. I mean, maybe not as much as I love Alien, but and I actually really enjoyed Prometheus. I know. Yeah, I don't know. There's some haters on Prometheus, but yeah. I liked it a lot. I liked kind of the origins of man, the origins of the alien, just the overall kind of creationism situation that was happening. I liked it. It was enjoyable for me. But with Covenant, I'll be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of Covenant. I don't know. It was kind of lackluster for me. It was almost a little too predictable throughout the film, and I don't know, it's weird because I feel like in some aspects it kind of went almost too like, we're just going to be alien as much as we possibly can, and we're just going to have as much gory crap as we can towards the end. And then there's other sides where it was like, we're going too far Prometheus. It was like there was no nice balance in the middle. It just swung either one way or it swung the other way. And I get that they're trying to pay homage to the original films, and they're also trying to really connect the whole Prometheus story and the timeline and everything else that's happening with that. But yeah, it just didn't seem to really meld well. It was just really hard. It would be a scene that was just really hard in like the originals, or really hard kind of in the Prometheus stuff for me. And I just wasn't, I don't know, that kind of was just annoying. I was like, it needs to be slightly more, I don't know, blending of the two kind of ideas that's happening there. Yeah, and I found a lot of it just really predictable, and that was kind of depressing.
You had your hopes up, or just
I guess maybe I must have had my hopes up a little bit in a way, I guess.
I'd gotten my hopes up. I know that for sure.
Yeah, and so I was kind of let down. But at the same time, like, I feel, and now her name is escaping me, the actress that plays the main role.
Oh, Catherine Waterston?
She did
I'm getting her name right?
I think so. She did a spectacular job, I thought.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed her in it. But Billy Crudup, not so much this time. I was kind of sad about that. Yeah, that's about where I'm at. I can't say it was a bad film. It just didn't hold up to what I was expecting the film to be.
Right. Yeah, I'll say too, I'm a big Alien fan. I like most of the films. I even like Alien 3, which I know a lot of people don't really care for. And when it came to Prometheus, I think I'm in the same boat as you. For the most part, I liked it, though I recognize all of the criticism it gets.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird films that's in that weird kind of area that I recognize that it has major issues and it has problems.
Right.
But I also recognize I enjoy watching it. And I think a lot of it has to do as well as that I just enjoy being in this universe. I like this world that they've created in the Alien movies, the gritty space exploration. And
I'll agree with that.
Just something about it I enjoy. Like even the first act of this movie, which Alien Covenant, which I'll admit I was watching it thinking, man, I wonder if a lot of people find this first act really slow. But I'm like, I'm fine with it because I'm just like, I don't know, I just like being here. But anyway. Yeah, I walked away from Alien Covenant pretty disappointed. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's tough. I remember, I don't know where I read it. I know I've seen a quote out there from Ridley Scott where he basically apologized for Prometheus, basically saying he now recognizes the backlash and that people, it was something along the lines of that, you know, he recognizes that people really just want to see more of the xenomorphs, the aliens.
Right.
And you can tell in this movie that he's trying to walk this balance of, I want to wrap up that story from Prometheus, but I want to have a bunch of aliens in this. And for me, it doesn't work. For me, one thing about, Prometheus is there was this mystery about, where we came from and then why they created these aliens to kill us. And I don't, that question wasn't really answered. And I thought the promise of, okay, a sequel is like, all right, we're going to learn more about this. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you do. And I'm not going to dip into spoiler territory, but I don't like the direction they went with that explanation, and I was looking forward to more of that, and instead that really suffered, so that we basically could get a more typical Alien movie, and I thought that was a big bummer. So I mean, the movie started off, and I was like, all right, sometimes you watch a movie, I feel like, and like right in the first 5 minutes, I feel like you can get a sense for, all right, this is going to be a good movie. And I will admit, first 5 minutes of this movie, I was like, man, this is going to be good. And then, yeah, not so much. I mean, again, I'm not saying it's bad. I've already been asked by one friend, is it better than Prometheus? And I hesitate to answer that until I see it again. But I walked away from it kind of bummed.
I'll agree with that. I don't think I can answer that question right now without seeing it a second time to really compare like how I feel about Prometheus and how I feel about Covenant. Yeah, I'd have to see it a second time just to really kind of submit my feelings on that to compare those two. But yeah, I just feel like I walked away from this film kind of lackluster, kind of just okay. Well, we got more of the xenomorphs.
Yeah. I mean, if that's really all you want to enjoy seeing is xenomorphs cool. Trying to kill humans,
yes,
then you'll be pleasantly surprised or pleasantly happy with this.
Very happy with the xenomorphs.
But yeah, I'm curious to see it again. I'm sure I won't see it in the theater at some point. When it comes out on video, I'll definitely watch it again, and probably even do a little marathon of watch Prometheus and then watch this, and kind of get a better sense of where I feel with it. But right now, I'm bummed. I had my hopes up really high, and it wasn't there. There's moments in this movie where people makes decisions that you're just like, what are you doing, dude? Like, and that didn't make sense. And then when it comes to just being a typical kind of let's survive the Alien movie, it doesn't really do anything incredibly new. It's another one of those.
Right. And
when it kind of ended, I wasn't like. My emotion about it was just like, oh, okay, I guess it's over.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all by the way it ended,
right? How
it ended, how it wrapped up. There was just no like, there was really no shock to it to me. Go, oh my god, oh where are we gonna go in the next one? Jesus, like it was like, well, we know where this is heading. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah. Great.
The only thing I can hope for is that we do get another film, because I mean, I will say. It does end in such a way that you're like, I feel like there's going to be at least one more link to then the original Alien film.
Exactly. There's still a little more story to fill in the hole that needs to be told for sure.
And even though I'm bummed with this movie, I really want that hole to be filled at this point. I'll be bummed if we get no more, and I'm going to be like, all right, well, I guess we'll never really know how then we get to that movie, which for some people, maybe that's fine. But.
Right. I have to say, I'm super excited to talk about the movie and spoilers for the podcast.
Yes.
There's a lot of things I really didn't like. A lot of moments I really didn't like, and I'm super, super excited to tear those apart. But like I said, there's a lot of things that I think they did do well. But yeah, spoilers are going to be fun.
Spoilers should be interesting. We'll do our best to keep that show not to a crazy 2-hour length, because I feel like it could easily go down that road.
No.
Yeah, that's our thoughts on Alien Covenant. Like Michelle just mentioned, we'll be talking about it in depth on the podcast. So make sure to check that out, episode 216 of Flicker Effect. And thanks, Michelle, for joining me.
Thank you for having me, David.
Of course, anytime. And thanks for watching.
Thank you.